for me right now? I got you. Let's go then. What time is it? Game time.
What's going on, man? This was supposed to be a special presentation day today, but it's still a special presentation today, but for a totally different reason. The boys, original cast, they got some things going on right now, so we had to call in the replacements. You know how it is, next man up. So we got Wayne in the building, filling in. How's it going, Wayne?
It's going great. Glad to be on the show, and I know we're not going to argue too much about running backs. I don't think this episode.
I'll purposely bringing up running backs on this episode. You know how we do it. And then my brother SB is in the building, filling in as well. Thank you for stopping through. What's up, SB?
What's going on? Salute.
Okay, so we had a little combo in the back before we get into the real meat and potatoes of this pod today. Wayne, to being the Patriot man that he is, does not like or doesn't feel Mark Sanchez was a good quarterback. So I want to let's get your reasoning behind some of this.
All right. Well, first of all, I don't think I'm in the minority in believing that. I think that there's quite a few people who believe that. But let's just look. I mentioned to you when we decided to bring this on, I said he just doesn't do anything well. I mentioned I was a David Carr fan because David Carr had a strong arm. He threw a very nice ball. Some guys do certain things well, and Mark Sanchez didn't do anything well. And the proof in that, I know we're going to talk about him beating the Patriots and that Bill Belichick defense, which is the whole thing that he rode that wave, and he's still riding it to this day. But the reality is the guy played 8 seasons in the NFL. Only twice did he have a completion percentage over 60%, under 60 all the rest of his career. Only 3 times did he throw more touchdowns than interceptions. 5 times he threw more interceptions than touchdowns. He just wasn't good.
Okay. I mean, like I said, for me, I do think his time with the Jets is a little underrated, just as me, my personal opinion, because of a couple of things. One, I don't believe the New York Jets know how to develop a quarterback. Like, that's number one. They just don't know how to do it. I think we have this stigma when it comes to quarterbacks that everybody has to be a Pro Bowler, all-pro type guy in order to win games, when sometimes all you need is a guy. As long as he can get the ball to the right people in the right situations and you can win games, that's all that really matters. I think we're caught up in the superstar. He has to throw for 350 yards and 4 touchdowns in a game in order for us to consider it a good game. Right. Like I'm cool with a quarterback throwing for $175, a touchdown, an interception, but he managed the team correctly, didn't put the defense in harm's way, and we still won the game. Yeah. So that's just my end goal is always let's win the game. And sometimes, because I think the term game manager is like a curse word in football.
Yeah. And then for me, I think if you want to say he's not elite, I'm cool with that. But to completely call it garbage, I think we overlook the butt fumble. Not overlook. We put too much analysis on the butt fumble thing, and then when he left the Jets, because the years that you're talking about, I'm looking at right now, where he had over 64%. That was on the Eagles, and he really wasn't nobody towards the Eagles. So his completion percentage don't really tell the true story, because when he's with the Jets, he brought him back to relevancy too, because people forget that time with the Brett Favre era before then, and before that they weren't really trash. And then I know it kind of hurts you as a Patriots fan. As me being a Chargers fan, I was actually happy to see y'all get y'all head kicked in around that time, because LT is over there and them boys is over there. But I think he was solid, especially for the Jets. I think he was a great quarterback for the little couple of years. But I think only thing that really hurts Mark Sanchez was that, like you said, the 8 years and he died out so fast. So if you want to say he was an average quarterback, I'm cool with that. But to say trash, I won't go there. I think he was just an in between guy.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying he's in the same category as Jamarcus Russell or Johnny Manziel or Paxton Lynch. He's not trash, but we said good. Right. And I would put him in the same category as a Trent Dilfer or a Brad Johnson if you want to talk about game managers.
Well, Brad Johnson got Super Bowl.
Are those guys good? Yeah. That's kind of lowering the bar on the word good.
So would you rather have Ryan Fitzpatrick? Would you rather have Ryan Fitzpatrick or Mark Sanchez at their prime?
Oh, Fitz.
Really?
Yeah.
In their prime?
Because he throws a good ball. He does at least one thing good. Like I said, Sanchez doesn't do anything good.
So, okay, the throw the good ball thing is crazy because Peyton Manning didn't throw a good ball.
No, he threw a horrible ball.
Mm-hmm.
But it got there.
Right.
Yeah.
So you would rather have someone who throws a good ball than someone who gets the ball there?
You can throw a good ball and get the ball there. I mean, Ryan Fitzpatrick played 16 years in the NFL because he got the ball there. He's a gun.
And he
took a lot of risk.
Yeah, but he was.
Right. But he could also throw for 380 yards and 4 touchdowns, like because he was just a gunslinger. Mark Sanchez wasn't going to beat you that way. He didn't have
how many NFC or AFC championship games has Ryan Fitzpatrick gotten his team to?
I don't know if I've ever seen him play in an AFC championship game.
Yeah, I don't think
Mark Sanchez did it twice.
I'm saying yes,
all by himself, carry that team on his shoulders.
No, the defense had a part of that, but he did his job as a quarterback.
But I'm saying he got his team there. I'm not saying he did it by himself. I'm saying he quarterbacked the team twice to go to the AFC championship game with his bad ball.
If you have the pieces around you, you can do that. Maybe Fitzpatrick never had those pieces around him.
Well, maybe he's not that good.
Okay, maybe. Maybe neither of them are that good.
We're not going to talk about Mark Sanchez. We're not going to do that. All right. That was our rant. We will be talking back behind the screen on that one. I didn't see the thumbnail, so I don't know if we put it on there. But the title of the show was "Don't Call This a Comeback," and inspired by one Adrian Peterson, who says he is not yet ready to hang the cleats up, and mentally he's still there. He hasn't thrown it away, and he wants to play in 2023. And should a team talk to him or offer him, a 1-year deal or whatever it may be, he's in shape, ready to go, and will take on the challenge of playing in the 2023 season at the right old age of 38. So, your things. What do you think? Do you think a team will take a chance on Mr. Adrian Peterson? And do you think a team should? And would you, if you was the head coach?
I'll let SB start off because I'm going to take it to a really dark place.
I say absolutely not. I think bad enough the running back position is a damn breed from looking at it as an elite level where guys are not getting paid. We still got Ezekiel. I think Ezekiel Elliott is still on the market. Austin Eckler is on a trade block as we speak. So if those guys they can't get a job, why would they want to give a job to an old guy? And there's a lot of great young running backs that need to play. And I feel like even from a player side, like you taking a spot away from other young guys who need that spot, who don't have that. And then me as an organization, why would I want an older back at a position that's not as valuable? I get you might get them for the cheap, but it's just like, can Adrian Peterson still catch at an elite level? I know he can maybe still run, if that. So it's like now in the game is so dynamic where you got to be dynamic on both sides as the ball. I mean, not both sides, on behind the field and outside, you know what I'm saying, catching the ball and running. So if he can't really do that consistently, I don't necessarily want him. I'd rather take the chance on a young guy, cheaper too, and young legs. I'm taking a chance on that. I'm sorry. So I say no.
Okay. I see who's that. I do not want to butcher it. There goes Moby.
There go Moby. I think so.
Moby?
Or say there go.
There go Moby. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna reserve mine because Wayne gonna take this to a dark place right now, and I'm gonna have to bring us back to the light. So let's let Wayne take us down this dark tunnel that he's about to take us on.
Okay, because I will preface by saying I'm a good person. You just have to believe me. I'm a really good person.
Okay. You already know when someone starts off with "I'm a good person," where it's about to go.
Oh, it's going there. And
let's go.
My take on this is that not only do I think that Adrian Peterson should not be in the NFL, I don't think there's too much that would make me happier than waking up tomorrow and finding out that he killed himself or that he died in a car accident.
Oh wow, that's okay. We went there. Okay, go ahead.
He is a horrible human being. And I think that anybody who hurts children, and by hurts, I mean, whips somebody from their lower back to their ankles, multiple lashes bloody on a 2-year-old, right? I think you deserve to die. You should die in prison. He didn't go to prison, unfortunately, because somebody should have taken him there. But I hate this gentleman. There are a few people in the world. Ray Caruth, I put him in that category.
Ray Caruth?
Hate him. I really hope he
dies. Ray Caruth.
You think AP in that category? Jeez.
Yeah, because he hurts children. That's not okay. He's Jeffrey Epstein. That's what he is.
Wayne, what we're gonna get demonetized. Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go. I'm gonna have to I'm throwing the life raft out.
Yeah,
AP,
you don't have
I
to.
got
You
you.
have to.
I got you, brother. I got you. Okay. Okay. I think this may be part of a different discussion, but we're gonna go there today. I love you, Wayne. Okay, I love you, but we're gonna talk about this today. Okay, so Wayne, I'm black. Wayne, you white. AP black.
This is true.
I grew up
True.
getting hit from my bottom of my foot to the top of my ass with a switch.
Mm.
Okay, my grandmother did it. My mother did it. My aunts did it. Just the way we grew up. I I got family from the south, family from the north. Like there's just it's not a. And I understand how it can definitely look to people from the outside, and um, it also can be cultural as well. I'm not I'm not saying he was right for what he did, but I can also say I understand it because I went through it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I totally understand, but I'm not going to say he's a bad person for it because then that would mean my mom and my dad, my grandmother, like I got hit with a lot of things. Like whatever my mother can get a hand on, it, it was coming. So it's not. I get it, but I was just talking football.
Yeah. I have a football take as well, but we'll get to it.
Okay, so let's go. We're gonna stick to the football, and he's not Ray Caruth. Ray Caruth put it in.
Yeah.
Oh, lost Mel.
Yeah. Okay. I thought I was lagging. Yeah. Mel was out, but
That was that was my fault. That was my mother. My mother's watching the show, and now she calling me talking about this.
Don't
How
be saying
crazy.
I'm beating on you. Yeah, like mama.
Exactly.
Don't play with mama. Don't play with mama.
Don't do that on that. Don't do that on TV. Talking about what you did. You beat me with racetrack slippers, and mother woke me up out my sleep with a hanger.
Well, and I'll say this, I got hit with a belt when I was a kid. My dad used to use a belt. He'd wrap it up, then you'd hit me with the belt, right?
Mm.
And I'll say this: I love my dad. I don't hate him at all, and I don't think he's a horrible person. All right?
Mm-hmm.
I think he was wrong, but I don't think he was a horrible person. And I also was never hospitalized by my father. So no matter how you were raised or how your parents were raised, when you hospitalize a child with your discipline, you have taken it too far.
Right, no. Like I said, I'm not saying he's right because you don't know. Like like I said, my grandmother had a paddle about this long, about that thick, and if you got out of line, you was getting it.
Right.
So, like what? And like I said, I'm 45 years old. Wayne, you're closer to my age, so And like I said, I grew up in a time where that was okay. And where Adrian Peterson grew up in the South, he grew up a different type of way. Everybody grows up different.
Right.
I grew up a certain way, but I don't raise my daughter that way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like because I understand like not every child needs to be disciplined through physical contact.
Yeah.
I can just talk to my daughter. She totally understands. If I raise my voice, if my voice goes too high, she freaks out. Like, whoa, calm down. Like,
yeah,
we can talk about
it. I feel you on that too. Cause like it's harder when you go in that realm. Yeah, I don't like. I'm trying to remember the story about the AJP situation because yes, culturally, well, not even culturally, bro. Just regularly, but we all got disciplined different than back in the days because it wasn't no social media. It wasn't no whole about mental illness. Not trying to take it to that deep. Cry out for help or people in everybody's business trying to control how you parent. It was you got disciplined a certain way when we was growing up. Because I'm not too far from y'all young. I'm 30. So I got disciplined that way too. Yes, but if you hospital somebody like maybe and sometime maybe back then we probably got that whooping where you probably felt like you needed to go to the hospital. But we didn't get there.
Right.
So it's tip for tab with that. So I kind of stay away from how you discipline the kid because only reason why I left it kind of alone because he said he tried to discipline him with a belt, but maybe Adrian Peterson, who was a football guy, maybe don't understand his own strength and probably hurt his kid from his own strength, but he disciplined him. He had the right mindset of discipline. It ain't like he was punching this kid in the face. But wrong is wrong. But you can't necessarily tell people how to discipline their kids.
Right.
Because
I mean,
I feel you too. My fault. I feel you too about having a girl situation. Because I also my perspective from like why I don't whoop my daughters. I don't want them to feel like a man should be able to put their hands on you. So I would never whoop my daughters. If I had a son, I might whoop my son. That's different because that's understandable.
I got nephews. So I got fucked them little niggas up sometimes. I'm sorry. I mean do all that. Look, I apologize. But you got punched them little bastards in the chest. I got a mark underneath my eye right now because I got out of line with my dad. It really wasn't to my dad, it was my little brother. That's a whole nother story and a half. But my dad punched me in the face. I don't think my dad's a bad person. He just, you play silly games, you get silly prizes. That's how I grew up in my family. Not to say that every family needs that or not every kid needs that. You need to know how to talk to, discipline, and also after the discipline, encourage and uplift your child.
Yeah.
And that's, as a parent, that's what I do. I don't ever have, my daughter's not to the point where I gotta, beat her or anything like that. She's a really good kid. But when we have our situations, it's always, this is what you did wrong, but this is what I like about what you did do. So let's capitalize on the things that you did do so we never have to worry about what you don't do.
And unfortunately, I think we can all agree that millions of unqualified people become parents every day.
100%.
It's just the way it is. And even the people who are good at it, we don't know what we're doing. We're flying by the seat of our pants.
There's no manual for it.
I've never, ever laid a hand or anything on my daughter. Like I have a daughter too, so maybe it's different because
girl dad movement in here.
I also know that what I learned in psychology, because I took psychology in college, is that there's never a need to hit any child, right? Like there's always an alternate way. Parents do it out of frustration.
I'm gonna send my nephews over to your house. And
parents get frustrated. You take it out on them because you're frustrated with them. It's not because you're trying to teach them a lesson. It's because you're frustrated and you want them to stop. And you don't know the other way to get them to stop is a lot longer, more complicated, more painful for you. So why not do it the easy way, which is the physical way?
Yeah. I'm gonna send my nephews to your house for a week, Wayne.
Have my grandma call you. My grandma from the South. She's gonna be, no, you gotta pop them sometimes. You get the switch.
Sometimes you gotta hit them, and it's okay. It's all right. It's all in love. It's all out of love. It's all out of love.
But I want to hear your football perspective. Why though?
Now let's go to the football. Let's go to the football stuff.
Okay, yeah. So football stuff I had on him obviously is that he averaged 2.6 yards per carry when he last played over a year ago. He didn't play last season. So the season before that, he averaged 2.6 yards per carry. The year before that, when he was with the Lions, he averaged 3.9 yards per carry. So even if he wasn't 113 years old, 176 years old, right? Even if he wasn't, Joe Lewis and Coming to America, right? He is even at his healthiest 2 years ago. He's not good enough to play in the NFL right now. He's a big name, but he's not good enough.
Okay, yeah, my nephews are Tasmanian devil. Like they're
them dudes. Hey, I got a question. I got a question for you guys. Do you think if Adrian Peterson really wanted to go to the NFL, do you think it would have benefited him to play in the XFL this season, maybe, and show his worth?
No, he's.
I would. I think I'm going to go this way. If depending on the team, Adrian Peterson might be what they need. No one says that he has to be the starting running back. No one says he has to be the backup running back. He can just be a situational guy. Okay. Let's take a team like the Kansas City Chiefs. I get Pacheco he's a good running. I don't want to say great. He's a good running back. Okay. But to take some of the wear and tear off of him when it's 3rd and 1, and you tried an Adrian Peterson, that's a good option. Because you're not asking him to go out there. You're not asking him to get 12 to 15 touches a game. I just need you to get the first down when I need it. And when I get inside the red zone, when I'm inside the 10-yard line, can you get me some hard, tough yards?
But wouldn't it be hard because now if you get him in situational on the field, everybody know you're going to run the ball?
But then that plays into me as an offensive coordinator. I want you to think that. I want you to pinch down. Because when I run the play action, I'm going to F you up.
Okay.
I'm not saying he doesn't need to be a number 1. He doesn't even need to be a number 2. But if the San Diego Chargers because Austin Eckler is a smaller guy and you want to kind of preserve him a little bit and you want somebody to get those tough 2-3 yards here and there, you got Adrian Peterson. And he's going to be super cheap. It's not like you're not paying him a boatload of money. You'll maybe pay him $2 million, maybe.
Probably, if that.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, there's probably not a lot of guys you can sign that can get 2.6 yards per carry, right? I mean, there's for the same money.
No, you can. It's like, I go with the young legs. I'm taking the young legs.
I'm just saying, I'm just going on the other side of it because one, he's what? I think they said he's 30 yards away from passing 15,000 and another 357 from passing Barry Sanders. I'll do that.
Don't let this guy get any more accolades.
That's why he's coming back. He already Hall of Famer. I don't think what else can he really prove. Let me see.
No, I'm just saying, but I'm just like if it's work. I mean, if I'm the Vikings, I do it. I do it from the Vikings.
I wouldn't.
Because you want to sell out games for him to break milestones.
Ezekiel Elliott's still unsigned. You want to sign Adrian Peterson over Ezekiel Elliott?
Ezekiel Elliott's going back to the Cowboys.
Okay.
For the cheap? You sure?
They said from everything that I read, they're restructuring his contract and he's going back to the Cowboys.
Now they released him though.
No, to restructure his contract.
Oh, okay. And then Adrian Peterson's Zach yards is 14,918.
You could just get more production out of 100 other people.
But you're not. But you're not asking him. That's what the Vikings already have Dalvin Cook. The Chargers already have Austin Eckler. I'm not saying he's going to a team to be the number one guy. He's going there to just be a situational dude that comes with, you know what? By week 6, he could pass Barry Sanders in a home game against the goddamn Lions.
Right,
that's the only way we're gonna mention him.
You're signing them for the name, not for the production.
Yes.
No, I'm doing it for both. I'm gonna get the production. Why would I sign a younger dude for $4 million? $4
million.
We're not gonna sign over time, over 4 years. I'm gonna say no over time.
Yes.
When I can just pay him league minimum $750,000.
Because running backs is the most physical position that's on the offensive side, and young legs are valuable.
But he's not
old legs.
But he's not. But he got to the practice squad for $50,000.
Yeah. But he's not playing every day.
What if he get hurt?
There's the practice squad guy.
I'm good.
He's better than the practice squad guy.
Is he?
Is he?
Yeah.
Is he? Nah, I don't know.
But who we talk? But like I said, that's why I said it depends on the team.
If he go back to who's the Cowboys?
Who's the backup running? Who's the backup running back for the Minnesota Vikings?
Mattinson.
Yeah, Mattinson.
I'm taking Madison.
Uh-huh.
Over old AP.
I would take him over Adrian Peterson. I'll take him over
Adrian. To do what? He's not doing anything.
To run 2.6 yards if I need him to.
Yeah, I'm taking.
But he can't do that.
He's on an NFL roster. He can run 2 points. I'm gonna look up his carries. I bet you he averaged about 3.5 yards a carry.
Chargers got Austin Eckler on the trade block, and I still don't want Adrian Peterson.
But he's not supposed to be the number one. That's not what I'm saying.
I don't want him as number 2, 3, or nothing. I don't want him at all. I don't think he brings no production. That's just me personally.
Okay, that's it. Like I said, if I am going to look at what I am going to use him for, it's the same way that why Cam Newton is not a fucking quarterback in the NFL right now. That makes no sense to me. Okay. You can put packages together to suit the skill set of Cam Newton to help your team.
But I would sign Cam Newton to play running back before I'd sign Adrian Peterson.
No, I'm not. Yeah, now that's wild. But
that's crazy.
That's crazy. But now, what?
Just need 1 yard.
Even if the Cam Newton situation, right? What situation have you ever seen where the quarterback split reps and it worked? It never works.
No,
I'm not saying split reps. I'm saying you don't split reps with a quarterback. You never do that. What I'm saying is with a dude like Cam, if I am once I get into the red zone, I have a certain package based on what the defense is doing, and then I make decisions on if I want to bring him in. And should my quarterback get hurt, I have him to back it up.
So wait, I would say perfect. My fault, cut you out, Wayne, and you go after me. So you said my Chargers, right? We signed Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert get us to the red zone. You want to take Justin Herbert?
No. I said based on what the defense is doing.
No, I'm saying the defense do what you saying, like when you need the quarterback to run. So you
not every single time. No, this is not every single time we get inside the 20. I'm gonna pull my starter out. No, I'm saying, okay, cool. They've been doing this thing. I've been watching it. I want to see if I can take advantage of it right now. And then Justin Herbert is a bad example because Justin Herbert can do what Cam does.
I'll run. Okay.
Well, I hear what you're saying because you're saying kind of utilize him like the Saints utilize Taysom Hill. And
right, but a better version.
And I have no problem with that. Right. I think if you go to Cam Newton and you say, hey, we want to utilize you as like Taysom Hill for $1 million a year, if he says yes, go for it. But I don't think he's going to say yes.
I think he will. I think he will. Just because I feel he wants to be in the league. And on top of it, if it's a team, let's just take it. Let's say he's the backup. Okay, this is a big ass hypothetical, and I don't even want to wish this on nobody because this would be irritating. Let's just say the Jets are as good as everybody thinks they are. And let's just say Cam Newton is the backup quarterback. To have the option to, inside the red zone, have a guy like Cam throw a wrinkle every once in a while into that offense is a luxury. I'm not saying it's a necessity. I say it's a luxury.
Right.
Yeah. No,
and that's all I'm saying.
But I think that was a bad pick too, because I think Aaron Rodgers. Somebody said Cam ego. Aaron Rodgers' ego too big to even allow that to happen.
Aaron Rodgers, number one, shouldn't have an ego. That's number one.
He do though.
That's the problem.
I won't say he should, but he do though.
And I do hope the Jets are as good as I think they're going to be, because that means that they're going to be 2-15.
We did their schedule. I said my prediction, they win in at most 6 games.
Yeah, the Jets are going to jet.
I don't know. I disagree. I think they're going to win more this. I got to look at the schedule again. But because their defense was as good as they was competitive with their bad quarterback situation, adding a guy like Aaron Rodgers can win you a couple games with that defense. That's it. I believe more in the defense than the offense. But I'm telling you, I think Aaron Rodgers, if he could just be a game manager, which he can, or in better, they're gonna be perfectly fine. I can see him win at least like 8-9 games, 8-9 plus.
Their schedule was brutal.
I got to check. I'm gonna look at their schedule right now. That's what I got.
I have them going 0-2 to the Patriots and 0-2 to the.
The Patriots gonna lose off bat. Y'all. I'm sorry to say y'all trash.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying 11 to the Patriots. That's fine.
I don't. Y'all trust Mac Jones, quarterback.
Listen. This is how you know the Patriots gonna be good. This is how you know. They already got a suspension and a fine for coaching shit.
Because they.
Y'all in trouble. Bill is in his bag right now. They took 2 OTA practices away from them. Bill is in his bag. Y'all in trouble.
Hey, look, Bill said, "Wait, y'all saying I ain't nothing without Tom? We losing? Oh yeah, let's get these playbooks out there. Let's learn."
Yeah, when the Patriots start getting fined, the league is in trouble.
Okay,
the league is in trouble.
Let's do the first 4 games. They got the Bills, the Cowboys, the Patriots, the Chiefs. I see them 2-2. I see them losing to the Bills.
2-2 where?
I see them losing to the Bills. They beating the Cowboys. They beating the Patriots. Then they go lose to the Chiefs.
Nah, brother. They might go 0-4 in that stretch.
They're gonna get the number 1
pick. They not lose to the Patriots or the Cowboys. I can guarantee that. I stand on it. I'll be back here. I'll be back here week 4.
Look, we did this last week. And we'll bring you back on the show when the season's over. We can talk about it again. Matter of fact, we'll bring you in during week 5.
Week 5. I'm gonna come back week 5,
and then we'll see where we at. Yeah, at 7 at best they win 7 games. At best.
I don't know. The schedule.
That schedule was brutal.
Let me see. Bills, Cowboys, Patriots, Chiefs, Broncos, Eagles, Giants.
Last year's Aaron Rodgers is better than Zach Wilson, but
way better.
Slightly.
Yeah.
I was wrong about Zach Wilson. I believed in him too.
I think he has to get out of it. I said this earlier. I don't believe the Jets know how to do anything with quarterbacks. I just don't believe they know what to do with him. He needs to go somewhere else. He needs to get out of there. He has to go.
Yeah.
He's got to.
Cause I thought he was the best quarterback in his draft class.
I believe he's talented. I believe he's a really good quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to say the best quarterback in that draft. I do believe he's a very good quarterback. Yeah. But when you go to the Jets, you have no hope.
Well, at least he's better than Trey Lance. I can tell you that.
Trey Lance, I don't know what his issue is. Yeah. He just keep getting hurt.
Yeah, but he in the complete opposite situation of what you said with the Jets. The San Francisco 49ers can do something with quarterbacks.
Yeah, if you're not in the field.
Yeah.
But he on the field, he didn't look good either to me, though.
Nah, well, he looked pretty good while he was playing.
He looked average to me. I'm sorry. I feel like Kyle Shanahan make anybody look good. I'm sorry.
See, but I think that's the problem right there is that we put a lot of respect on what Kyle Shanahan can do with an offense that we don't really give. Not that he's done it with any real quarterbacks anyway, but my personal opinion. So you can take that for what it is. I mean, what quarterback he had? Matt Ryan, Jimmy Garoppolo, Trey Lance, Brock Purdy,
Mr. Irrelevant.
When he was in Washington, I'll give him. I mean, he had RG3.
That's a whole different debacle. If you want to talk about how they did somebody wrong, that's a different debacle. Right
that wasn't a Kyle Shanahan thing. That was the dumbass Jay Gruden.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Yes, the Jets are definitely a bum franchise.
Nobody denying that.
Nobody's gonna deny that at all. No. I want to talk about D.Hop.
Okay.
Talk about D.Hop. He got released by the Cardinals. Each of y'all, give me your top 3 landing spots in your mind for D.Hop. Wayne, you go first.
Boy.
And if you say the Patriots, I'm gonna take you.
I don't want him on the Patriots. Not for any amount of money. Not even for $1 million.
You're crazy. Okay, you're crazy. But that's
I'm not sure where I guess Kansas City, number 1. I would love to see him land there.
Okay.
He has to go somewhere where he doesn't have to do it, where the quarterback can do it for him. Patrick Mahomes can do it for him.
So you don't think D.Hop is good?
I'm not saying he's not good. I'm just saying that the guy played 10 games 2 years ago and 9 games last year. And last year, when you look at his catch percentage and his drop percentage, he was as good as Russell Gage and KJ Osborne. So
that's because he had a crappy quarterback. We're not gonna go there.
That's why he dropped so many balls. But I'm just saying that the reality is he's not as good as he was 4 years ago or 3 years ago. So he needs a situation where a quarterback can make him good. Patrick Mahomes can make him good. Josh Allen, the Bills, can make him good. Cincinnati, Joe Burrow can make him good. Even Chargers. I mean, Justin Herbert's that kind of quarterback.
We don't want.
I see you shaking your head. I'm shaking my head about the Patriots too. Trust me. But I'm just saying that he needs a quarterback who can make him good. I wouldn't want to see him go somewhere where he's expected to be, 2019 D.Hop.
SB, what you got?
I'm gonna say the same thing. I don't want D.Hop because on my Chargers we got enough injured receivers problem. I don't question his talent. I think if you put D.Hop with
he's not injury prone though.
Listen, I did deal with Mike Williams and Keenan Allen playing 8-9 games too. I don't want another receiver doing the same thing. I'm good. As a Chargers fan, I'm good. It's nothing you can tell to me. I am good. He get hurt too much. That's the only problem with D.Hop. I think D.Hop can be elite. As a Chargers fan, I don't want him to go to the Chiefs, so I'm not going to put him on our list. I'm going to say anyway in the NFC. So he either go to I say the Eagles would be a nice place for him to go. What else in the NFC? I don't want to go nowhere in the AFC, honestly. That's me being biased as a Chargers fan. I'm being a fan. Ravens, even though that's AFC, that's a good place that he can go. What place that's like really need a receiver, a number 2 or number?
So you're saying anywhere that he could be the number 3 guy?
Or I think he could be a good number 2. A number 2.
Not in the Eagles or the the Ravens.
Ravens. I think Ravens he'll be a number 2.
I don't know.
Shit, I think he wants to be in the 1.
Probably, probably.
I don't.
What about if he goes to like the Seahawks? Him, DK.
Yeah, it would lock it, and because again, you got guys taking the pressure off him.
Yeah. Or he could go. I wouldn't say.
I was going to say San Fran, but he would be the number one guy there and expected to do things that he can't do.
He's definitely no. He's not. He's definitely not number one in San Fran.
Oh, but Debo? Nah, I can't do that.
No, he's definitely number 3.
I'm gonna say Eagles, Cowboys, and maybe the Saints, maybe because the Saints know what they do with their receivers. Or the Saints. I don't want him to go nowhere to AFC that could make anybody team strong to get in my Chargers way. But Chiefs, I know he'd be excellent on the Chiefs, but I don't want him going. I don't want him to go to the Chiefs at all. I don't. Sure. I'll be mad because he could be a legit number 2. Don't really have to do that much. Just a bomb it. That's another guy that Patrick Mahomes can knock it down a dime of a pass to. Because I don't question D.Hop skills. When he's still on the field, he can make some plays. But now he got Travis Kelce next to him, where he don't really. With Travis Kelce getting all the pressure, and you got D.Hop in single coverage. I think he can still do his dance.
Okay. I'm gonna stand firm on the 3 that I believe.
Okay.
I do believe because I'm going with because these are teams that players on the teams that I'm about to mention express interest. So we'll see what happens.
Oh well.
Devontae Adams said that him and D.Hop would be disgusting.
It would be.
In Oakland. I mean in Las Vegas. That would be crazy. I still don't like the quarterback, but that's what it is. It is what it is. The other one was also Kansas City. I don't want to see him in Kansas City. I don't think he fits what Kansas City does, me personally. And I don't think he fits what Buffalo does. Because I think Buffalo needs a guy that can take the top off the defense. They have an intermediate guy in Stephon Diggs.
Mm-hmm.
The other place I think he would really fit would be Dallas.
I think Dallas too. CD Lamb needs help.
Him and Dallas would fit well. But the one team I think that he goes to, they automatically become the Super Bowl favorite, is Cleveland.
Mm.
He goes to Cleveland. You pair him with Elijah Moore and
Amari Cooper.
Amari Cooper with that running game and that defense, with the fact that him and Deshaun already have that chemistry that they had when they was in Houston. You have you're working, and Deshaun already said he wants him in Cleveland.
Yeah, well, he was 4 years younger when he was in Houston, so
that's true.
This isn't the same player.
But you're not asking. But the thing is, you're not asking him to be that D.Hop because you have Elijah Moore and you have Amari Cooper.
Right, that's what I'm saying. And it's fine. He's a good fit there. I don't know if he makes them a Super Bowl contender. I mean, it's a team that went 7-9, 10 last year.
You don't got enough DBs to cover that because you still got David Njoku. Like you don't got enough DBs for that.
And they got Chubb too in the backfield. They would be disgusting. But my question also is, can you depend on Cleveland defense to still be as good as they was? Because I don't think Clowney back there. No, I don't think Clowney is still there too. But they brought in Zadarius Smith. I forgot they did bring in Zadarius Smith. They might be actually good. I forgot about that.
Everything that they lost, they replaced it with as good or better.
Yeah. I mean, I think Cleveland should be the move then. If I was him,
and then
go with a quarterback where you're familiar with too.
The Ravens is a good. I mean, I think he would go. I think he'd be a good spot for the Ravens too, because if you pair him like Duvernay will be back, he'll be healthy. Rashard Bateman is a stud. I'm just waiting for him to be healthy. I'm just waiting for him to become healthy. Once Rashard Bateman is healthy, he's going to be a problem. He's going to be. And then you still got OBJ, and then you got D.Hop. You still got Mark Andrews, Nelson Aguilar. Like they have weapons. Like they told Lamar, they're like, look, you want to throw that thing, we're gonna give you weapons to throw it.
Yep. Make it happen.
So we're gonna see. Yeah, so we're gonna see. But yeah, I'm not against the Ravens. I think the Ravens. I think he's the guy that you would just look at, and he'll be your chain mover. Like when we need 11 yards, gonna get 12 so we can move these chains.
I got a question for y'all too, since the D.Hop is like the main topic. What do you guys think will be the worst situation for him to go to?
The worst?
Yeah, the worst.
Atlanta.
Don't talk about Atlanta because I think they did Cal Pitts a disjustice by drafting him.
I do like Atlanta. I think he'd be a good fit in Atlanta with London
No,
and Pitts.
no
And,
quarter, no quarterback,
No quarterback.
yeah.
no quarterback.
They wasted Cal Pitts away right now. Cal Pitts should be probably one of the best tight ends in the league right now.
Because you said yourself that he's going to need a quarterback to make him.
Right.
Yeah,
so then probably the Colts are probably a bad fit.
Colts a bad fit.
Colts
any team with a young quarterback, bad fit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you one. I think the bad fit him. I say the Denver Broncos. I don't trust.
No, I think I didn't even think about the Broncos. That might be one of the better spots for him.
You think so?
Yeah.
Is it because of Sean Payton or Russell Wilson?
Both. Because of Sean Payton. He doesn't have to be the number one. He'll end up being the number 3.
Wait, who's the number 1 in Denver?
Either Cortland Sutton or Jerry Jeudy, whichever one.
But both of those guys are kind of number 2 receivers that have.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, I don't know.
Nah, Judy's the one.
To be number 1. He ain't show it though. He ain't showed it yet. They can be a consistent.
No, he only been in the league 2 years.
I know, but I'm talking about from that team perspective, not the league perspective. From that team perspective, he showed that he can't do it yet.
Well, since he's been there, they've been through a shitty head coach, and they fired the first coach.
Oh, okay, I respectfully, I give him the benefit of the doubt for that. Okay, respect.
Yeah, I'm with Sean Payton. Yeah, I think we're going to see a totally different Jerry Jeudy.
I can see that. Because Jerry Jeudy, nice. He is nice. I think that's another place where I think they wither him away too, wasting the elite talent. On one team, it's not. That's yeah. 3 number 2.
Saying, yeah, put him on that team. You got 3 number 2s, kind of all vying for the number 1 spot.
Number 2. No, that's ideal. If you got 3 number 2s, I'm okay with that.
That's why you go to the Kansas City Chiefs because you see Juju Smith. He made Juju look good again.
Yeah, well, yeah. Certain quarterbacks can. Lions can make anyone look good.
No, they can't. They make everybody look bad.
Yeah, I don't know about it.
They had one good year. Don't let them fool you.
I do love Hendon Hooker, but that's a next year thing.
I said Hendon Hooker will be he'll be the starting quarterback by week 9.
I like Swift.
Think he'll be ready by then?
He'll be ready. Because he's throwing everything now, so he's still, working out the ACL. But I say by week 4, he should be really, really, really good. And Jared Goff will fuck it all up by then, and then a couple more weeks. Hey, give it to the boy.
Well, even if Goff is playing good, I still say replace him because he's not your future. He's on his last year of his deal.
Yeah, no, I predicted that's what they should have done is take a quarterback like Hendon Hooker, somebody that you're not forced to play right away, so that come the middle of the season, you can just be like, so we're going to pull the plug, see what the young kid got, and keep it moving. Shut up, GOAT, and you right. Fuck. All right, no more talking about the Lions.
Yeah, next subject. We talking about the Lions.
No more talking about the Lions. He did it. He damn sure did too. All right. Keeping up with let's go with. I'm gonna go back to the Raiders here. So y'all heard the news. Tom Brady is now a official owner of the Las Vegas Raiders. Tell me how you feel about it. I knew this was happening 2 years ago, but he was still playing football at the time.
It's a smart business decision. Each percent, I don't know how much he owns. It hasn't come out yet how much he owns or how much he paid for it, but each percent of that franchise costs about $50 million. His net worth is about 512. So I'm thinking he probably bought about 2%, which is, $100 million. And if you look at that team was worth $800 million 10 years ago. Now they're worth $4 billion. So if you figure he's going to invest $100 million, that 10 years from now is going to be worth $500 million. Good investment.
Yeah. I think that was a good investment just from the Raiders' perspective. First of all, the Raiders have great fan bases from LA for sure. Because I know when we played the Raiders, it looked like Oakland Raiders. It looked like the Las Vegas Raiders home game when we played the Chargers versus the Raiders. Then they got fan bases in Oakland. Now they build it up in Vegas. So you got a triangle of great fan base who's going to invest into the team. So they're going to keep their win, lose, or draw. The Raiders have that. They like the New York Knicks. No, for dead serious. They like the Knicks. They can lose. The fans gonna still support. They can win. The fans gonna support them. They can do nothing. The fans gonna support them. So I think Tom Brady getting the investment with them is the perfect investment because I don't think it's not a lose-lose situation money-wise. No matter what the team do, they can win. They can lose. They can do nothing. Tom Brady can go play on the team. They can make more money. So I think that's a great investment for him. He making one step closer to trying to own a team. So I think.
Well, I think that's his ultimate goal. I think that's his ultimate goal.
Yeah.
And the money he's going to make from the Raiders is going to help him purchase one of these NFL teams, whatever it may be. So to piggyback off of that, Devontae Adams, he said some stuff in the media, which is, I'm always cool with Devontae Adams talking because I don't mind him. He was just like, him and the coaching staff didn't see eye to eye on some of the decisions that were made moving forward. I kind of wonder what he's talking about. I know what I think he's talking about. But then old Goofy, that's who I call Josh McDaniels, says that we value his opinion and he's earned the right to voice his opinions and stuff like that. So, we do listen when someone like him talks. Before I get to the second part of this, y'all tell me, should Devontae Adams have some say-so in what should be happening? I think he should. I think he came there to play football with Derek Carr. He didn't, he grew up a Raider fan, 100%, but a big chunk of him coming to Las Vegas was that his best friend was the quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
And you got rid of his best friend.
Yep.
And if you valued his opinion, I think you would have talked to him like, hey, so this is what we're trying to do. What do you think? Because I think they at worst, you give Derek Carr one more season to prove himself. At best, you give one more season. But you guys, tell me how you guys did.
Well, when you go out one first last time. You go ahead.
Okay. I've always been one of those people who kind of likes the saying "stay in your lane," right? GMs draft and sign players, coaches coach players, players play. And so for me, if I'm a coach, I'm more than happy to listen to feedback. If I'm a GM, I'm happy to listen to feedback, but I'm not going to give you say. That was the whole thing when remember Deshaun Watson wanted to say and who the head coach was going to be. And the one exception to the rule really is a superstar quarterback. Like Patrick Mahomes should absolutely be able to say, hey, listen, I want this guy on the team, and you should listen very hard to what he has to say because of how good he is. But a wide receiver should have no pull whatsoever on the team. I mean, if he wants to give me his feedback, I'll listen, but then he can leave the office and I'm going to do my job, and I'm not really going to care what he had to say because he's a wide receiver. A wide receiver should never have. Running back should have even less say.
Okay, question. Just devil's advocate here.
Yep.
Why should the star receiver have less say-so than the star quarterback?
Because the star quarterback has his hands on the ball on every single play, and the receiver doesn't.
But you don't have a star quarterback, so should the star receiver?
Well, then nobody gets to say. No.
So you believe in just total disruption of the team?
I don't believe in having every team should have a player advocate. I'm saying that if you happen to have a superstar quarterback, listen to what he has to say. If you don't, then you don't have to listen to anybody.
That's crazy. Okay, I'm gonna tell you. Okay, I come from football. My uncle, head coach, been head coach forever. Just got inducted into the Semi-Pro Hall of Fame as a head coach. And one of his sayings was, "I treat everybody fairly, but I don't treat everybody equally."
Yep.
And when you don't have the quote-unquote star quarterback, then you go to who your best player is. If your best player just happens to be the wide receiver, you have to listen to him. Because what happens is he's still your best player. Your best player. He's the guy. So his input is very important because the last thing you need is your best player not on board with what's happening because that can torpedo everything.
Yeah.
So I get what you're saying. If you got the star quarterback, cool. The wide receiver's word and all his say so, it becomes secondary, maybe even third, fourth, or fifth. But when you don't have that star quarterback, hey man, what do you think we should do? You got to talk to him because you got to keep him happy.
Yep. For me, I think yes, 100%. Devontae Adams should have a say so. I know Wayne, we was coasting together, agreeing everything, but this is where I hop off the ship and disagree with you. From the point of you signed this guy, and I guarantee you with signing him with whatever his trade or not, I'm trying to remember how you got that. Was it a trade or they just signed him straight up? It was a trade, I believe, right? Oh, they signed him. So I guarantee you within signing him, he asked for certain promises. And I know Derek Carr was part of the promise. And he also knew the possibility because Derek Carr has been on a rocky road with the Raiders that if it's possible that he might leave. You got to give a guy who's going to catch 80% of the passes a say-so who he want him to throw him the ball. You have to. You have to look and see what does he want because he is the best guy. Because you can't say, I don't care what the best wide receiver has to say when he got to catch 80% of the passes. Target is going to be because I guarantee you if he like, okay, well, if I lose Derek Carr, cool, I understand the business of football, he probably would have wanted Aaron Rodgers. But you didn't do that. So I think, yes, a guy who is the next best guy should have a say-so as a receiver. Also, as a guy who you sign in free agency, and trust me, to get a guy to come from a situation where, you know, every team in the league would love to sign him, I know he had promises, and I know they guaranteed him say-so. So you can't just necessarily say that. It's the business of football that comes tonight. If he was like the third receiver, nobody cares what the third receiver say, but he is the guy. Because I guarantee you, no matter who was the quarterback, which is Jimmy G, 80% of those passes gonna go in D.Hop. I mean, not D.Hop, Devontae Adams' hands. So you have to value his opinion. I don't care who. I get it. We value the quarterback more than anything. That's why the MVP only go to quarterbacks, which is a problem that we need to get away from. Every position deserves a certain amount of value if you put in the most work. Like, guess what? And I'm gonna give you a perfect example. You said the running back value opinion.
Hold on. I'll go ask Wayne this. Wayne, who's the most important person on the Tennessee Titans?
Derrick Henry.
So thank you. I just wanted to say he don't like running backs, so it hurts.
It's crazy you say that, right? Because it's crazy you say that because what I was just going to say, if you go to New York, and I guarantee you, Saquon Barkley's opinion is more valued than Daniel Jones, 100%.
It should be.
It better be. It better be. So it just depends on situational.
It just, like I said, it just depends on the team. Like I'm not listening to
Daniel Jones over Saquon. No, sir.
Yeah, like who's the number one receiver on the Kansas City Chiefs?
Right now,
Travis Kelce.
Outside of Travis Kelce, I'm not a receiver, and I'm going to tell you.
Oh.
Nobody even fucking know. I'm not listening to him.
Yeah.
Whatever Patrick Mahomes says, cool. I got you. I'm not listening. I mean, the only difference is like if Stephon Diggs say something in Buffalo over Josh Allen, I'll listen to Stephon Diggs. Josh Allen, it's a totally different story. I don't think he's an elite quarterback.
No. Josh Allen.
I don't think.
I agree with you that he didn't start looking elite till he got Stephon Diggs, but
that's what I'm saying. I don't think he's an elite. I don't think he's an elite quarterback.
I'm not mad at you for saying that, but Josh Allen been there, so they're gonna go with the guy who been there, even if he's not elite. It's different scenarios. It's different scenarios.
Yeah, I get you. I get it.
And one of the things that I kind of wanted to clarify and why we differ on this opinion is obviously earlier in the show we talked about different cultures, right? And the NFL teams have different cultures, right? Mm-hmm. And this culture over here, right, is that in Bill
they don't value nobody.
They're pieces in the machine, and that's all they are. And it's like, and Bill and you know what? When you ask Bill, you say, why should we trust that? He goes, I don't know, the last 25 years. Right. So it's basically,
but it was all Tom Brady. That's what it was.
It's been working. We trust Bill. In Bill, we trust. We say it all through New England. In Bill, we trust.
And Brady, y'all trust. That needs to change.
And if I don't care, I think Matthew Judon's probably their best player, right? If Matthew Judon goes and says, "Hey, Bill, I want to have some input on this draft pick," he would be traded the very next day. Like, no way.
But I don't see. But also to a fault, that's what kind of hurts Bill Belichick.
Sometimes.
Because he thinks that he's the smartest guy in the room. And sometimes you have to be able to understand that those 11 guys on the field, they have a different outlook on it than you do. Like those 11 guys, like the one thing about my uncle, he always said, he was like, look, I can't do everything. Y'all are on the field.
Mhm.
Like you play next to him. I coach him, but you play next to him.
Right.
So you tell me what you see. Because I may see one thing and you may see something totally different, but I need to value your opinion on it because he's playing next to you.
But that's different. So genius recognizes genius, right? And so I think Bill Belichick talks all the time about how when Randy Moss was there, he says one of the smartest players he's ever coached in his entire life. And he said Randy Moss taught me things about receiver I didn't even know. You know,
Randy Moss only know one thing:
but
run straight.
I'm telling you, the guy he knows
Go
what he's
ahead,
talking
catch
about.
too.
And so Bill says, all right,
That's
I learned a
Steve
lot from Randy
Allen,
Moss. But there's a difference between saying,
No,
hey,
he's
you're
not.
on the
He's not
field.
going to do that.
I said my opinion. He's the best.
Okay. Your opinion.
So there's a difference between taking somebody's advice or their opinion about the field when they're on the field actually playing, and then taking their advice about managing the team. So
No, because what happens is, okay, why I said it the way I said it was because if he does ask for a draft pick, if he's saying, yo, I think we need a new defensive end. He's like, what? Because so and so is getting my ass whooped because he's not doing X, Y, and Z. Oh, but I'm looking at such and such and this. He's like, no. Understand me when I tell you. Because I'm playing next to him. I'm watching what's happening. I'm a recipient of what he's not doing. So, in that concept, when he says, hey, man, you might want to look to replace him, you got to think, why is he asking you that?
maybe he doesn't like him.
So it makes you go back and look a little deeper. Let me watch a little more film now. Let me see what you see. Now you get to, you know what? Yeah, I see that now. He is getting, he's not getting to the outside as much. That tackle is controlling him a bit too much. Maybe we do need because now you get a totally different picture. It's hard for any coach to watch 11 people at one time.
Yeah.
But it's easier for someone to recognize who's standing next to them and what they are and what they are not doing.
Yeah. And again, I think
that's all I'm saying.
And I'm just saying, and it's different too. I agree. Like Josh McDaniels is not a great head coach, right? And that's my whole thing.
He's a horrible head coach.
Is that
unless he's cheating?
He's a great. I like him as the OC.
Yeah.
Like him as the OC. I do not like him as a head coach.
Unless he's cheating.
And that's why I'm saying it's different from team to team, because I do feel like there is very little that somebody on the field sees that Bill doesn't see. I feel like he sees everything. Whereas,
no, you get it.
I'm just saying, in general, when you compare him to other head coaches, like, I mean, he sees everything. Other head coach, again, if you want to say, hey, maybe Josh McDaniels should be listening to Davante Adams, I'm just saying here in New England, I wouldn't trust a single player's opinion over Bill Belichick's.
That's rough, man. That's tough. Look, I can't argue with you because one, I'm not in that locker room, so I don't know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Two, we got 20 plus years of Bill Belichick. Now, whether you want to say it's Brady or Belichick or Brady and Belichick or just Belichick, we don't know.
Brady.
What we do know is they were doing it. It was doing it. He was the head guy doing it.
Oh yeah.
I will say.
Allegedly.
Bill Parcells has way more to do with that than anybody want to give him credit for. That's just Melvin. But either way, Bill Belichick is a great football mind. So I'm not going to limit him to as a defensive coordinator or anything like that. He's a great football mind. And so you're correct. Like, I probably wouldn't take too many people's advice over his, but I would listen to the players that are on the field. And a star player, not if a Matthew Judon was like, hey man, just so you know the defense is doing this and doing that. Like, they don't really have, if a Jason or a Devin McCourty would have said something.
Right.
You listen to those types of guys. Because one, you would think as long as they've been around a guy like Bill, they're probably thinking like Bill.
And I'm on the same page as you in that if I'm Bill, I listen to what they have to say about what's going on out there in the field. I'm just saying, if Matthew Judon comes to me and says, hey man, I think we should draft a defensive end, I'd say, okay, how many hundreds of hours have you watched on the defensive ends in this draft? Because I've got an entire team here who's watched 1,000 hours on all the defensive ends in this draft.
Right.
So
but think about it. He don't got to watch he don't have to watch tape on the defensive ends in the draft. I got personal experience with this bum ass nigga right here that keep getting blown off the ball. That's how I know you need to draft a defensive end.
How do you know all the guys in the draft aren't bum asses as well?
That's not my job. My job is to tell you that this dude right here,
ain't the
guy, he's not doing it.
What if you don't go to the office and say draft a guy? He just said replace this person. So if you got to trade or draft somebody,
yeah, he's just like, I don't care about who. I don't care who you go get because it's your job to pick the right guy. I'm just telling you, he's not the guy.
I think that's a different perspective. Now, if you just say draft somebody, now I feel from your perspective, we'd be like, did you watch films? Who you looking for? But if he just come in and say, replace this dude, I don't care who you do. He's the one.
Yeah, I'm not saying get the defensive end from Alabama or nothing like that. I'm just saying I don't care who you get, but him, 56, whatever his number is, he got to go.
Yeah, I'm just saying there's Bill Belichick doesn't coach dogs, is all I'm saying. Like, he sees it. If you see it, he sees it. I mean, this is a guy who cuts guys the first time they ever fumble. You know, I mean, like, he doesn't mess around. If you're not putting in the work, you don't play here.
I respect that, though.
I mean, he is a bit extreme, though.
You can't be the greatest coach of all time if you don't be extreme, man.
Is he, though?
Yep.
Is he, though?
Arguably, yes.
He's got 8 rings.
Arguably,
8 rings. 8 rings don't make you the GOAT.
I mean, how he got him? Yes, he does.
And without Bill Belichick, Bill Parcells has 0 rings.
And without Bill Belichick, Tom Brady ain't Tom Brady.
Whoa. First of all, no, that's a lie. Okay. That's a lie. Don't do that. That is a whole lie. Yes, Bill Belichick was a defensive coordinator for 1 year that the Giants won. He was an assistant defensive coordinator for the other one. But Bill was the head coach.
Sure.
Okay. The real Bill was rocking.
Yeah. Belichick's the head coach, but McDaniels was still calling the offensive plays, not Bill Belichick.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Okay. So what are you saying?
I'm saying Bill Belichick was calling the defensive plays, not Bill Parcells. And without that defense that Bill Belichick coached, that Giants team wins.
But he got his defensive philosophy from Bill Parcells.
He was coaching long before he went to New York. He started coaching like the 60s or 70s in the Colts. He went right from college to being a professional professional coach.
Right, but the defense that they were running was Bill's defense. Parcells, not Belichick.
It was his personnel.
Whose personnel? Who drafted him?
Parcells' personnel, but it was Belichick's strategy.
No, it was the whole scheme was Bill. Bill Parcells, the defensive guy.
I know. He's just not as good a defensive guy as Belichick is. That's all I'm saying.
Belichick learned everything from Parcells.
Not everything. Like I said, been coaching for 30, 50 years, whatever it is.
So then what happened in Cleveland?
Bad teams. He took them to the playoffs. When's the last time they made it to the playoffs? When Bill Belichick was a head coach?
No.
Did they make it last year?
They made it with Baker.
2 years ago. With Baker.
Big Baker. When they
one time in 20 years. But that's a different team though too. We're also talking about a completely different team.
I don't think they made the team. I don't think they made the playoffs when Parcells when Belichick was there.
They did. I think they even won a playoff game, and then they lost the second round, and then it kind of went downhill.
I'm gonna have to go back and look at that.
I mean, Saban was there too. Saban was the defensive coordinator. We're going to call him crap too.
No, I'm saying Bill Walsh is the greatest football coach of all time.
Okay.
In your opinion?
Yeah.
In my opinion.
In my opinion, it's Belichick.
I'll take a Belichick.
You're a Patriots fan. You don't count.
I'm a Chargers guy, so that should hold a lot of weight because I don't like the Patriots.
No, you don't count either because you just used to him beating on y'all.
That's crazy. That's crazy. The last time they made the playoffs was 2021.
Okay, so then Devontae Adams story about them not seeing eye to eye, and Josh McDaniels saying that we value players like him, like his opinion kind of rolled over to something very ironic because the next thing I saw was Darren Waller in New York have a quote say, "Oh yeah, they value players' opinions over here," which is very ironic that they would say that in a Raider interview, but now Darren Waller is saying that they don't value opinions over there, but they do over here in New York. And the Darren Waller situation bothers me a lot. I don't know what Josh McDaniels was thinking when he decided he was going to let Darren Waller go for a bag of Skittles and a Snickers bar.
Mm.
But it's still stupid. It's just dumb to me.
Yeah.
So
I think because I'm trying to look at what was the exact trade again for Darren Waller?
Third round pick, I think.
It was think about this. The Packers offered 2 ones during the season for Darren Waller, and they said no.
I don't know. Is that coming out of the Packers camp or the Raiders camp, though?
Packers.
I mean, you ain't gonna lie about the trade that you offered. If you offered 2, you're not gonna lie about that in your camp.
No, I'm saying if it was the Raiders, though, I could see them kind of blowing it up to kind of raise the guy's value.
The Raiders. Because I read the article when it happened, the Raiders were like, we're not letting a guy like him go, regardless of the compensation. Like they were really standing strong on keeping Darren Waller.
It seems very un-Green Bay like to offer 2 firsts for a tight. I wouldn't offer 2 firsts for any tight end in the league.
I mean, but Darren Waller,
in their mind, they was trying to keep Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay.
Yeah. Because if Darren Waller got traded mid-season for them 2 firsts, Aaron Rodgers does not leave the Packers. Darren Waller he does not leave. I don't see Aaron Rodgers leaving this offseason.
So, and that's what I think.
I'm not surprised about the Waller comments and the Devontae Adams comments because, let's be honest, who's going to say nicer things about you? Your girlfriend or your ex-girlfriend?
Your new girlfriend, of course.
Exactly. So, Devontae Adams saying nice things about his girlfriend, and Darren Waller saying nice things about his ex-girlfriend.
Devontae Adams ain't saying nothing nice?
Or the Raiders saying
McDaniel
said, I listen to our players.
McDaniel said that we listen to our players.
Waller said the Giants listen to their players because that's his current girlfriend.
Right. Well, what about Devontae Adams' opinion? Because he's still there, though.
Yeah, let's hear what he's got to say.
Yeah, no, he's not happy. I can say. Okay, so I'm gonna leave you. I know you two guys all have your respective love affair with your teams. I thought you was because you was really going hard as B with me and Justin Fields. So I thought you was a Bears fan, but you're a Chargers fan.
I support the Bears. I rock with the Bears. I support the Bears. I'm from Chicago. I got to support the Bears.
Right.
Like I hate the Packers. 100% hate the Packers.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open the floor up. Wayne, we now that everything is settled down, the draft has happened, some off-season moves have happened. Give me your Patriot loving self. How do you feel about the Patriots right now? What do you think?
I feel absolutely fantastic about the Patriots because obviously their front seven might be one of the best front sevens, if not the best front seven in the NFL. Their front seven is disgusting.
That's crazy that you just said that. Knowing that
I was going to say who on a front seven that I don't know about because the best.
The
best is
the 49ers.
Yeah, I'm just
the Eagles retooled.
Well, who leads the NFL in quarterback hurries every single season? The Patriots, right? I mean, who leads in interceptions last year? The
Cowboys
Patriots,
line. I don't know, man.
Well, that doesn't mean that your front seven is good. That means you have a very good
quarterback.
Because y'all didn't have that many sacks. How many sacks do y'all have?
I'm not sure. I know they led the league in hurries, so I don't know about sacks. Though.
Yeah, we don't like people scooping.
Well, they led the league in interceptions. Hurries lead to interceptions.
That ain't the line, though.
That's the line. Hurries lead to interceptions. Bad throws. Anyway,
that's trying to add something on to make it a certain situation.
Yeah, that's what he's doing right now. It's okay. But he's a Patriot fan. That's what we asked for.
That's what they do. That's that Belichick math they try to put on stuff.
Yeah, I like obviously Christian Gonzalez was a phenomenal addition.
I like Christian Gonzalez. Not even gonna lie about that.
And obviously the Patriots coach up secondary players again, second to none. I mean, J.C. Jackson was undrafted; he was an All-Pro. Malcolm Butler was undrafted; he was an All-Pro.
Thanks for that.
Now you're getting a guy with this kind of talent. Oh my goodness, he's going to be lights out. So I do like their outlook, especially bringing Bill O'Brien back. I love Matt Patricia as a defensive coordinator, but Bill O'Brien, let's face it, every single team he's gone to, their passing attack has gotten better after he gets there. And he's got a couple of quarterbacks to work with. I personally hope Bailey Zappi wins the competition. That's just me.
He should. He's
a
better quarterback. He's a better quarterback.
I have them going 11-6 is my prediction. For them coming in second. The Bills are still going to win the division, but coming in second in the division. And I did want to address the one thing is the off season, the stripping of the 2 OTAs, right? Which is so funny because outside of New England, it's like, oh, they cheat, and it's so funny because they got that because they scheduled a 15-minute meeting with the special teams, which is okay, but they put it on the team schedule, which is not okay. You're not supposed to do that. And so, right. But out there, it's like, oh my goodness, look at what they're doing.
Hey, yeah. Look, I predicted when we did our schedule, we did our predictions for the schedule. I said the Patriots was going to win the division. Okay. And that was before the allegations of them cheating happened again. They back to cheating, they definitely win the division.
Where what division?
AFC East. AFC East.
Can't
look, Bill Belichick is in his bag right now. He gonna be all.
Okay. They don't got the personnel. I don't care what he talking about. He don't got the personnel to do it.
They say that every year about the Patriots.
I don't know, man. The Dolphins defense is good.
They can look as good as they want. They're gonna still get crushed.
Just what they do. Yeah,
they quarterback ain't gonna make it 3 weeks.
I can't argue that.
Okay, so give me. You said you charge a. Give me. How you feel about your charge?
I give you Chargers and Bears, but the Chargers. I'm a little like love-hate relationship right now because we trying to figure out what's going on with Austin Eckler. I'm happy with the quarterback. The wide receiver that we drafted, and Quentin Johnson, because I told you, like, that's why I don't want D.Hop, because if I have to go through another season with Keenan Allen and Mike Williams, I heard again that Josh.
But my thing with the Quentin Johnson thing. You got 2 Quentin Johnson. Why do you need a third?
Because the 2 Quentin Johnsons we got can't play the whole season, and one of them is injured and inconsistent and named Mike Williams. But I would have loved to have a speedster guy too. I would have traded.
I thought they would have. They needed somebody like Jordan Addison.
Yeah, they got a guy. I can't think of the guy name. They drafted like one of the fastest wide receivers. Like it was like 4th round. But it's iffy with those picks. With the point, I can't think of his name off the top of my head right now. The defense is back. It's just really health concerns with this team. And if we can stay healthy, we can get Justin Herbert. Because I don't want Justin Herbert have to throw it to Everett as the number 1 guy again. Like that's ridiculous. Or with our 4th string receiver is the number 1 guy. So I need guys to be healthy. That's it. But they come from the Bears. I think the Bears
and the head coach needs to
stop playing like this Madden football. Yes, he does. He does. I think the Bears won the offseason though. Now it's up. They fixed the line. They added to the defense. They gave Justin Fields weapons. He got the backs behind him. So now it's up to him to just play football. And I think it's the best time with Aaron Rodgers, who owned the Bears, who got real estate at Soldier Field. He got all the houses that Soldier Field's built. He's gone. So it's open for the Bears to actually win a division this year or make some noise in the division, at least finish like 2nd. So I'm excited for the Bears football this year too. So I think the Bears won the offseason. I think it's hard to debate against any of the teams saying they won the offseason over the Bears.
Yeah, I had the Bears second, I believe, second in the division. I still think the Packers are going to win it. I got a lot of love for Jordan Love.
Over the Vikings too? You think the Vikings dropping?
Oh, the Vikings going to fucking disintegrate.
What about the Lions?
Lions, it was yeah, but I'm gonna say because he do what he do, they gonna finish dead last. Even though I like some of the pieces that they got, I just don't like the quarterback.
Yeah.
Yep, ISO me. That's all good. I appreciate it. Yeah. So I think like I said, I think the Patriots are going to be way better than most people think. I really believe that they're going. At least these are my opinions. I think they're going to win the division. I think the Bills, they fall on their face. Then they're going to have to make a real decision about Josh Allen, and I think Stephon Diggs leaves if they end up handling again.
Man, you a Bills fan?
Me? No.
Who your team? Again.
Washington and the Raiders.
Oh, yeah. No wonder why you ain't bring up them because y'all ain't got no hope either team.
Oh, okay. Well, I can talk about my two teams. We can do that. Okay, first of all, the Raiders. I believe we'll finish second in our division this year.
In what division?
Everybody, the AFC West.
over the Chargers? The
Oh yeah. This how I know you don't. This how I know you don't watch the show. This how I know you don't watch the show. You gotta watch the show. See, I had the Broncos winning the division. The Raiders coming in second. You can take your headphones off. You take your headphones off. It's all good.
He said he got the Broncos winning the division.
Yes.
The Raiders finished second. So the Chiefs third and the Chargers last.
I had the Chargers third.
And the Chiefs last. All right. He needs to be drug tested now.
You predicting an
injury? What's in your cup? Your cup was pink. What is in that cup?
Look, there's not. It's gone now. It's gone now. It's over. It's done.
What was in it?
It's nothing. Nothing. I cannot confirm nor deny anything that was in that cup.
Whatever was in it, don't drink it again. Don't drink it again ever.
Because I said this on the show. I'm going to continue to say this until I'm right. The Chiefs are going to take a step back. Whether they do it, I'm gonna keep saying it until it happens. I'm gonna be right at some point by saying it, so I'm gonna be okay with it.
One eternity later.
I just don't. I think the lack of offensive weapons. Although I do think Sky Moore becomes a bigger piece of that offense and eventually becomes their number one wide receiver. But not having Eric Bieniemy as your OC no more, go take a step back, because a lot of people really believe that Andy Reid was the architect for all of this, and he did have some stuff, but a lot of the things that they did and was successful at came from Eric Bieniemy, and he's in Washington right now.
You know Matt Nagy back, right?
Yeah,
I don't care about Matt Nagy,
but they was elite with Matt Nagy too.
Huh?
They was elite with Matt Nagy too. You know that, right?
Who?
The Chiefs.
Yeah, Mahomes had his MVP season, 50 touchdowns
with Matt Nagy. What are you talking about?
Okay.
They're fine.
But who was on that? Who was on that offense?
I mean, Tyreek Hill, that's fine, but he showed.
Who else was on that? Who else was on that offense?
Who is not? Who
was it Kareem Hunt on there?
That's fine. They got Pacheco.
Yeah, they got none of. You have the weapons are not even comparable.
Pacheco can do everything Kareem Hunt do. He just not as
fast. Don't. No, he cannot.
Yes, he can. He can catch. He can run downhill.
Oh, he can do just because he can catch a football, don't mean he can do it like Kareem Hunt.
He's just not as fast. That's it.
Their
he
number
just don't
one
look
weapon
as
takes
flashy. Patrick Mahomes make anybody look good. I'm sorry.
Look, don't get me on my Wayne stuff and start dogging running backs. I'm not gonna do it.
I ain't saying dog. I just said Pacheco can do just as much as Kareem Hunt can. He just ain't as fast.
No, they are not the same caliber running back.
I said they in the same realm. They in the same realm.
No way.
I'm one of those few guys who I think when Tyreek Hill left, I said Mahomes is going to have a better season without Tyreek Hill, and I was right. And he's just the type of guguy who can make everybody good. He's going to have three guys that are probably going to be in contention for Pro Bowl this year, receiver.
Yep. Because guess what? He don't go for the home run plays because he got Tyreek Hill. Now he has to actually play quarterback. He passed it around to everybody.
And he throws guys open. They don't have to get open for him. He throws them.
Oh, if there's one thing he don't do is throw people open.
Oh, that's cap. And I hate to say that. I wish he did.
He throws to open people. He does not throw people open.
I disagree with that. He do both. He does both.
No.
Excellent. Excellently. No. I see it. I see it twice a year. I see it twice a year every year. I see it too much, actually.
Trust me. I do this. I do this every time, and I keep trying to tell everybody, look, Patrick Mahomes is a very good quarterback. Very good. He is not what y'all think he is.
Patrick Mahomes is very good.
He's very good.
What you mean?
He is not what y'all think he is.
He's not the best quarterback in the league right now?
In the league, because if you was going to ask me who's the best quarterback, you're asking Melvin.
I'm asking you.
Patrick Mahomes is he's top 6 or 7.
Oh my God. Yeah. Go shut the stream down. Shut it down now.
See, because you tell me. Okay, listen. This is what this is how I equate that question. This is how I do it. We'll compare him with Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes. Okay, we're gonna do this.
Okay.
Can Patrick Mahomes can Lamar Jackson go to Kansas City and do what Patrick Mahomes does in Kansas City?
No.
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 Why not?
5,000 yards passing?
No, he can't.
Why not?
He can't throw the deep ball as Mahomes. He can't throw.
Who can't throw a deep ball?
He can on the level of Mahomes. No, he cannot.
Yes, he can.
No, he cannot. No, he cannot. But I'm not saying Lamar Jackson is a bad passer, but on the level of Patrick Mahomes on Andy Reid, no, he cannot.
No, Jesse. Okay.
Not close.
See, this is the problem. Is like people really
underrate. Now, if you would have said Herbert, if you would have said
no. I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna tell you all the quarterbacks that I would take over Patrick before I got to Patrick Mahomes.
Okay.
I would take, and this is no particular order. This is just the guys that I would take over Patrick Mahomes.
In the Chiefs system.
I would take Lamar. It don't matter whose system.
Okay.
Lamar Jackson, Deshaun Watson, Justin Herbert, Joe Burrow. Why you say no?
To them two, I'll bet no.
You would not take Deshaun Watson?
No way.
You're wilding. Look what Deshaun Watson did in Houston with nothing. He led the league in passing rating and in passing yards, but y'all couldn't even tell me who his number one wide receiver was.
And you know that Tyreek Hill was a special team guy, and Patrick Mahomes turned him into a number one receiver. You know that, right? People forget that. Tyreek Hill was a special teams punt returner, turn receiver.
Tell me who the hell Deshaun Watson was throwing to when D.Hop left, when he led the league in passing.
Nobody. He did. That's elite. That's nice.
They went 4-12.
Yeah, and they lost. He didn't win.
No, because he don't play defense. That's not his fault.
You can't blame Watt on that side. JJ Watt was
you can't one dude who's in their secondary.
I can't think off the top of the head. I gotta go look at the team again.
Nobody. You can't, like, a quarterback gets blamed for losses when he doesn't control the defense at all.
So what, you think it got better because he lost and did more in the losing?
I'm going off a skill set and what a guy is capable of doing when he doesn't have all the requisite weapons around him.
Patrick Mahomes, if you were to get, he can do it this year. He won a championship.
He had better weapons than Lamar did at any point in Lamar's career. He had better weapons. No, I'm just, like I said, I'm talking skill set. Everybody that I named can do everything that Patrick Mahomes can do, and then some.
I'm the opposite end of the seesaw because I watched Tom Brady for 20 years, and Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm. He be doing no-look touchdown passes, brother. I'm sorry.
Sidearm throws, left-handed
sidearm throws.
Matthew Stafford was doing that in Detroit way before Patrick Mahomes got in the league.
He wasn't winning doing it though.
But it doesn't see y'all equate it to winning as if he's the only reason for it. No. I said that he's the only reason for it.
He plays a big part of it.
He's the biggest reason
because the reason why people feel differently about Matthew Stafford is because he won a Super Bowl. But he's doing the exact same thing that he was doing in Detroit.
Can Lamar Jackson pull a comeback off what he did against the Buffalo Bills and win?
Give Lamar Jackson the same damn weapons. Give Lamar Jackson Tyreek Hill. When you could throw a dude an 8-yard pass and he turned into a 57-yard run.
I mean, comparing to Stafford, give Patrick Mahomes Megatron. Let's see what he can do.
Exactly.
He had it. What are you talking about?
Who is Megatron he ever had? He never had a Megatron.
Megatron is ass. Who is Megatron? This is another thing.
The best receivers all time.
He's one of the greatest receivers ever to play the game.
No, he's not. He is not.
I don't know.
Yo, you can name any of your best. Look, I get Megatron. His numbers don't look as good because he stopped early. You can't show me none of those receivers who you think the best. And I got Randy Moss high. I never seen two people guard him at the line. Ever. Megatron had two people guard him at the line of scrimmage. At the line. It's a pitch.
So did Rob Gronkowski.
When? Show me
the picture. They did what?
Show me the picture.
Okay, the resident Patriot. No, they split him out when they did it. Resident Patriot fan. Did or did they not double team Rob Gronkowski in a playoff game when he was on the Patriots?
Yeah, there are times you had to do that. He's a big guy.
No,
just like Megatron. 6'6".
That's fair, but that's still a tight end. I'm talking about wide receiver only. I don't care if he split out or not. I'm talking about a key wide receiver position mainly. Who else have it done? Who else ever seen that before?
It don't matter. I'm taking T.O. over him. I am taking Jerry Rice. I am taking Larry Fitzgerald. I am taking Larry Fitzgerald.
I'm not mad at Larry Fitzgerald either.
Dude, I am taking Anthony Carter. Chris Carter. I am taking Anquan Bolden. Like, there are dudes that I will get you before I get to Calvin Johnson.
The 4.8 wide receiver.
I will take Marvin Harrison. I will take Reggie Wayne. Dude, before I get there.
The crazy part about you said Anquan Bolden. I'm taking Steve Smith over Anquan Bolden. I'm sorry.
I'll take Steve Smith before I get to.
I wish I was drafted against because I would let you take them all. I really would.
I'm taking Megatron because if Megatron was in the actual system where he can operate in besides Detroit, and Detroit wastes that man's career, easily the greatest receiver of all time. No debate.
No weaknesses in this game.
No weaknesses at all. Fast, big, strong, can catch over everybody, can run a route. He get
super
open,
clean route runner.
Super clean route.
Clean route runner.
Only the worst thing that happened to his career, he played.
I'm the dude that played receiver. So that's one. I know what a clean route runner looks like. He is not that.
Stop it. It's just because he played in Detroit. If he played anywhere
else, no.
Easily.
No, it has nothing to do with him playing in Detroit. I just watched him as a skill player.
I disagree. We just gotta agree to disagree. I'm sorry. Megatron is the
it's cool. He got the cool nickname and all of that. That's cool. That is cool. And it's one. I'm not gonna take that away from him. But just nah.
We went from Patrick Mahomes outside the top 5 to now Megatron outside the top 30. I think it's time to end the show.
That's crazy. Yeah, it might be.
Hey, look.
Whatever that pink drink was, don't drink it.
I don't look. But there's one thing Mel don't do. Like I observe and I break every player that I talk about down. I don't listen to big head media. That's not what I do.
Wayne,
I literally watch every.
Mel even worse when it comes to corners. He don't even respect Darrelle Revis as a corner. And now I remember that. We argue about that. That's the first argument we had. That's why I ain't listening to it. He said Darrelle Revis ain't top. Would you say top 10, right?
He's not top. No, was he top 5? And I said no, he's not top 5. And I said he might barely be top 10.
Crazy.
He's top 2.
Top 2?
Yes.
It's him and Dion, and it's really 1A, 1B.
Darrelle Revis is not better than Charles Woodson. He's not better than Charles Woodson. No, he's not. No, he is not. There is nothing Darrelle Revis does on a football field better than there's nothing that Darrelle Revis does better than Charles Woodson.
Other than cover receivers. That's the only thing he does.
No.
Right.
He does not. He doesn't. He does not do that better. He does not do that. He does not. He has never done his job better than Charles Woodson. Never.
What?
Never. Never.
Didn't he have in a season he held a combination of it was like Calvin Johnson?
Y'all love holding on to this one fucking season.
Like combined,
the greatest season of a quarter ever.
One fucking season, and it was for like 3-4 weeks where he battled a couple dudes. But then we don't talk about what happened after that.
His career numbers versus those guys is amazing.
No, it's not.
Those guys
it's not even fucking. It's not even fucking close.
You're right. Darrelle Revis shut those guys down.
No, Charles Woodson. Charles Woodson, the first, and I even shrunk some of those dudes' careers to fit it for 8 seasons. Charles Woodson, Rod Woodson, Champ Bailey, Dion, all them dudes dwarf Darrelle Revis' seasons.
Name somebody else. That's better. Those only 3 you can argue. That's the only 3 you can argue. And I told you that last. That's the only 3 you can argue.
No, what 3? I mean 4.
You said Dion, Champ,
Charles Woodson.
That's it.
Rod Woodson.
No.
Do you not see this? See, this is what I'm saying. Like y'all don't watch the game.
I watched the game.
Springs.
Look, SP. I didn't say Sean Ty Law. I can argue that it's better than Darrelle Revis.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
He's
a
Patriot fan telling you no.
Yes, I can. I can do that. I can very much so do that. Anyway, like I said, this is cool. I'm bring both y'all asses back for this conversation. We are definitely doing this.
Okay,
Definitely.
yeah.
It can be the same show. We can be different shows.
This is the
Bring
first
both your
argument
asses
we
back.
ever had. This is the first one about Darrell Reeves. And I couldn't believe he said this, Wayne. I said,
Yeah, no. And I will stand on it. And everybody knows it is always fuck Darrell Reeves. It is always that. It is always that. Always. It'll never change. Never. Ever. So with that being said, we're gonna touch on this. We're gonna get on this definitely in the future. I'm gonna make sure that bring both y'all asses back for that. Wayne, any last words?
No, it was a good time. I love coming on the show and arguing with you guys. Looking forward to doing it again down the road. I'm definitely gonna bring my Darrell Reeves stats next time we chat.
Definitely, you need to bring them because I'm gonna cook you on that. I'm gonna turn in the chef on that one. SB.
Man, salute, you know what I'm saying? Once again, being on from the sideline. I know it's all love all the time. Salute, family. Real takes over fake debates.
Real takes over fake debates is what we do. Hey, thank you guys for coming through, filling in on short notice. I appreciate you guys. We had to call in the replacements. They came, they showed up, they showed out, and I appreciate bringing the energy, bringing the love. Definitely want you guys back, man. Definitely. Shout out to Moo and GQ. They're both handling different situations, so that's why they're not here today. Troy in the background, Goat in the background, everybody in the chat, all the new people. Shout out to the new people. Thank you for sticking through. I appreciate you guys. I know it's different. It's not a football Friday. We did this on Saturday. It's a special thing. But we'll be back next week on Friday, doing it like we normally do. So appreciate you guys. Love you. This is Inside the Huddle. We out of here. Troy, hit the damn button.